Hello everyone, welcome to TUI Digital, your guide to all that's happening in the world of Indian cricket. Beyond the Boundaries, the name of the show. We've got Nitin Naik who joins us from Mumbai. Joining us from NCR is Pratyush Raj. Where is he? Yes, there he is. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. Start off with you, Nitin. The series that India expected to steamroll has turned out to be a nightmare, and Shreyas Iyer's start as a captain has not been very positive. And curiously, just to remind us, Sky has put up an Instagram post reminding everybody the role he played in India winning the 2024 T20 World Cup. What's happening?
Yeah, but uh, let's keep aside all these cryptic Insta posts. I think for starters, I think we need to acknowledge that Ireland played smarter cricket. Let's give the team the flowers that they deserve. Ireland, I think, were very smart. Firstly, not providing India with the kind of pata pitches that they have been used to playing T20 cricket, especially. Also, I think if we look purely at the next T20 World Cup cycle, I think we should now acknowledge that this template will not suit the next T20 World Cup cycle. There has to be a slightly better batsmanship than what we saw from Abhishek Sharma yesterday. Having seen Sanju Samson fall for a first ball duck, I think there was greater responsibility on him to show a little more smartness and and bide his time a little bit. But I think the next T20 World Cup cycle is going to be interesting, and you might just need to go back to batters like Shubman Gill at the top of the order.
Pratyush, there was a lot of clamor for your state mate to play. It was almost as if he's seen as the messiah for India in T20 cricket. Like I've never seen so much social media campaign like I saw the last 3 4 days from random people who generally pontificate on politics, security, and national security, and so on and so forth. Even they commenting about Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Uh,
It
is he
has
the
become
messiah?
a it has become a caste issue now, Chandra, sir. Well, Bhumyar leader, he comes from a Bhumyar, caste leader Bhumyar. So Giriraj Singh has now jumped into this, that why he should be played. And I don't know whether it's a, I mean, I feel, apart from all that, cricket, मुझे लगता है कि someone will miss out always. You'll have to take those tough calls. And if I mean Ireland, I mean credit to Ireland, kudos to them the way they played and on those tricky surfaces. So maybe he could have been that X factor that India lacked. You never know. अब आपको किसी को you'll have to sit someone down out. ऐसा ही होता है. I mean, a World Cup winning captain has been removed. So then is like if you go by that logic, then तो फिर आपको you should have been, हमें continue करना चाहिए था with the captain. The captain has been sacked. Then why not the opener? We can change the combination, but that's a different logic altogether. And one thing just I want to add that in Rishabh Pant, during that test match, all the press conference, pre-match press conferences, post-match press conferences that happened, be it Monday Merkel, Rant and Dastate, Gautam Gambhir, everyone said that he needs to bat according to the situation. He needs to bat the condition. अभी we are not admitting sir mentioned that ये flat road ये NH तो था नहीं, it was not a roadway. So we Abhishek Sharma's dismissal, like Sanju Samson's हमें मालूम है there is no football, there is nothing. But Abhishek Sharma's dismissal or Ishan Kishan ka dismissal in the first inning, the way Tilak Verma kind of batted. So we can't have that template. That's what Nitin sir said. But having said that, you have to give credit to Ireland. If you remember last tour 2023 when Jasprit Bumrah was the standing captain, in the second match that was affected by rain, they came really close. India somehow managed to win by 2 runs. So I mean T20 में I mean on those pitches where the pitches are equal, जो bat and ball का बराबर का है, so they have like it's not like they have punched above the weight. They were prepared काफी in a way better way.
Okay, we'll start asking questions that the subscribers want to ask. Vijay Lakshmi Murthy says, Nitin, if openers give strong start, then Shreyas will perform. If they fail, he can't perform even in IPL. What's your
Valid
take?
observation. Yeah, valid observation. I think if India's T20 success has largely been built around the top three. When Ishan Kishan was not there, then Abhishek, Sanju, and Tilak. And when after Ishan Kishan came into the team setup, it was Sanju, Abhishek, and Ishan. I think India would not have won the World Cup had these three not fired. Or at least two out of these three had not fired. But again, as I said, I mean these three were ideal for this cycle for the kind of surfaces that India are used to playing on, for the kind of ground dimensions that India are used to playing on. Here, India largely play on shorter boundaries, 60, 65 yard boundaries. But here, if you see, I think the Irish bowlers are very smart in not giving. I think they India hit only two straight sixes. They hardly gave anything pitched up. They made Indian batters hit to the longer side of the ground, and most of the catches, especially in the first T20I 50, were all deep towards either this end or this end. So they need to get used to. Also, I think wind played a factor here. It was very breezy, and I think if they go, going ahead when they go to venues like Hamilton, Wellington in New Zealand, I think that will be another challenge where they will have to cope. So uh, the road ahead will, they will need to adapt, Chandresh. They cannot, just like they needed to adapt from batting at a lower template at a lower tempo to a higher tempo. I think now it's the onus is on these very batters to maybe slightly downscale your targets, and give your bowlers, if you're batting first, give your bowlers maybe a 175, 180, rather than aim for 220 and get bowled out for 150. Or if you're chasing, ensure that your top order for the first 6 overs, you're not three down or four down as you were in both these games.
Sanjay Jha says, Nitin, Team India will lose T20 series in England also. And what is scary is, Nitin, is the fact that apart from Bumrah and Hardik, it's virtually India's first choice team, and to some
Yeah,
extent Varun.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It was the first choice team, and Ireland in fact had five players missing, five of their top guys missing. So it was a bit of a reality check.
Interestingly,
Yeah,
so there's interesting very story. Jay Mundra spent his 2 weeks. He was told कि Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he was given the job कि Vaibhav Suryavanshi chalk out the plan for Vaibhav Suryavanshi. So for 2 weeks, his bowling coach Mohan Singh in Jaipur, he was constantly on the call with him कि कैसे उसको bowling डालना है. Watching the videos of Suryavanshi. Suryavanshi आया नहीं, but they prepared so well against Suryavanshi. Rest three become like very easy dismissal for
easy.
him.
Yeah,
I, I think they bowled like excellent length. जो जिस तरीके back off length, the way they hit. I mean Sanju ko, I mean they didn't give they came with a plan. And the way Sanju struggled, the way Abhishek Sharma ko second game में after learning the way not give him bit to free his arm, or Ishan Kishan and Tilak Verma, it was like, I mean, execution to the team. I mean, you have to give them credit.
Absolutely. Himanshu has a super chat, Nitin. He says, Nitin, sir, Sarfaraz was dropped after one failure. Rishabh was stripped of vice captaincy after one bad series. But Tilak is made vice captain after just one good performance in the last 1 year. And he's playing the situation only for Pant, as in playing according to situation is only for Pant.
Interesting observation, Himanshu. I would worry about his strike rate on pitches that are not exactly flat wickets. He struggled even in the IPL, on venues where the spinners kind of had him in a bind on wickets that were gripping a little bit. Yes, that one great knock in the Asia Cup final but he's been looked at as a leader for a very long time now. Ever since I think Rohit Sharma made that comment in 2023 that we have an all format batter ready. So maybe that was misplaced confidence, or no, I don't know. But I think he is a very, very talented player, but I think he needs to upskill a little bit. He tends to get stuck very often with, with bowlers. If the bowler is a little bit slower through the air, or if the wicket grips, then he, even that 55 or 46 is slightly misleading, because I think he was 49 or 44 and then he hit a six. And I think the next ball he got out. So I think even that 55 or 46 is a little bit of a misleading stat. And when you play, that kind of an innings, Chandresh, then you have to be like Dhoni, and you have to finish the job. Then you can't again try, going for a shot which makes you lose your shape and get out, and what would have happened if he had made 55 of 30, then maybe the asking rate pressure would not have been so much on the guys who were following him. Your Harshit Ranas or your Suryan Shetges. You make the job a little easier for them, and if you're a set batter who has batted for that amount of time. But here, what he has done is he has consumed all those balls and then he has got out. So I think this is one area that he will have to learn.
Okay, Pratyush, there's one more question this time for you. Pratyush, making Shreyas captain just doesn't work. He wasn't part of the team for the last 3 years. It will turn out to be another Mumbai Indian story. What's your take, Pratyush?
I, I don't think so. It's like coffee. A franchise cricket, and where you have to understand one thing, that Gautam Gambhir is the guy. I mean, kaptani koi bhi aaye aur jaye, he will pick the playing 11, and there are certain things that he stick to his template. We can criticize him. We can say, what is the use of why Washington Sundar, after playing for 10 years in T20I, still like, we are hell bent to make him a all format cricketer. Certainly T20 mein he isn't. Shreyas Iyer, who was our best bet? Surya was not delivering with the bat for 2 years. Rohit has retired. Kohli has retired. Subman Gill couldn't perform. You sacked Subman Gill after as vice captain. Shreyas has had I mean, agar aap you see the CV, Shreyas was the most deserving one. Yes, yeah, nahi khele hain, but he'll come good. He's a good enough white ball player. In test, red ball, keh sakta hai, but I think in white ball, he'll come good.
Okay, we have a couple of more questions, Pratyush. Aksar batting has gone down. He's playing too slow. What's your take?
I agree. I mean, Akshay Patel is batting even in the IPL. Akshay Patel as an overall package, I don't know. I mean, as a batsman, as a bowler. And one thing you say, aapne bola Chandesh bhai, that it was a team of Varun, Hardik and Jasprit Naik. We are forgetting Kuldeep Yadav, the spinner. Need a wicket taker, जो partnership दोनों matches में हुए. You need. I mean, Ravi Bishnoi was on the bench. It could
Yeah,
have played Ravi Bishnoi.
I was just thinking about that.
Also.
I thought that instead of Washington Sundar, they could have played Ravi Bishnoi, because
Yeah.
Shedge gave 2 overs 25. He came very low in the batting order. Now, you would have expected that you wanted to play Ravi Bishnoi. They would have probably been at sixes and sevens while facing him, because they don't read leg spin.
And Ravi Bishnoi is not a walking wicket with the bat. In T20, he can hit those lusty blows here and there. And a very good fielder also. और I mean, I think Washington Sundar से पूरा मुझे लगता है T20I में move on करना पड़ेगा.
Acha, one more thing that I want to check with you, Nitin. This question, Shibam Kejri, is the other disaster that happened. Disaster, nahi, that disaster is too strong a word, but other thing that happened was India crashing out against T20 World Cup. Now, this is a question about Harman. She got offended when that question was asked at the pre-tournament conference. Now, I want to know from you, Nitin, at the post-match press conference, Amol said that I wasn't aware till the 19th or 20th over that Jami should be retired out. Now, is that a fair statement for a coach in a T20 World Cup, like a do or die clash, to say that I wasn't aware? What were you doing then? What was the analyst doing?
I still can't believe, Chandresh, that Richa Ghosh batted for only one ball. She batted for only one ball. Your best hitter in the team has batted for one ball, and he retires her in the last over. He retired Jemmy in the last over, and Richa Ghosh, Harmanpreet, thankfully he could hit 3 sixes in the end, and that's why we could get to 170. But I think it's been a very, very disappointing World Cup campaign. Fielding wise, 10 catches, 12 catches dropped, 14 catches, I think. Yesterday, they had one of their better fielding days. But it shows that in terms of skill, in terms of fitness, in terms of execution, your skill sets are still far behind the the bigger teams in England, South Africa, Australia. You're good enough to beat a Bangladesh, a Netherlands, a Pakistan, but when it comes to competing against these bigger teams in a T20 contest, maybe in a 50-over contest, you have the game and the time to to cover up for your mistakes. But T20 is a very, very brutal format, and these mistakes against Australia will not be. Also, Chandresh, I worry about the kind of field placements also that were employed to Ellis Perry and Ashley Gardner. I mean, both hit very well over covers, over long off. Yet they had the mid off in, the extra cover in. Whereas if you see the Indian innings, I think they had a boundary rider to cover for Indian teams' stronger points. So I think even here, I think the coaching setup kind of disappointed in terms of devising the right tactics.
Okay, there's one more question. This is from Cricket Update. Nitin, you can't have Iyer and Tilak at 4 and 5 who take some balls to settle, and surely Tilak is not a middle order batter.
Yeah,
How can you have
yeah.
give vice captaincy role? Apart from Asia Cup innings, he has nothing to show. Uh, I'm just starting to wonder if someone like a Krunal Pandya would have been. I'm just saying that if you want somebody who can bowl a bit like Tilak, then you might as well get a Krunal Pandya to come in. At least he bowls a few overs. He can also play sensibly. He has the experience. I'm just throwing names here, Nitin.
I feel that Tilak has to bat at 3 if he has to bat at if the wicket is not a road, if the wicket is a road like the Wankhede was in the semi-final where he came in and he hit Jofra for 3 sixes, it's fine. And now, Chandresh, increasingly it is going to happen that you're going to have these Gavin Larson, Chris Harris type of bowlers come and bowl into stick the ball into the pitch and and trouble Tilak and not give him the room or the pace to work around with. He's very good when the bowling is quick and the wickets are like Centurion or Joburg where he got those 200s in South Africa. But I think he needs to upskill. He needs to find ways to get singles, to get doubles. This ground was big enough for him to get those twos and threes into the deep and get the target close. And as I said, once he had consumed those many amount of deliveries, I think he's a far more experienced cricketer now that he was earlier 2 years ago. But I think he needed to finish the game yesterday.
And even in the ODI for India A, he hit 450s. But the strike
Yeah,
rates were like 65, 60.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
he's kind of slowing it down for India A.
Yeah.
Every time
Also,
he came in, the momentum slowed. Every time.
Yeah, every
I,
time.
I want to know one more thing because I didn't watch the games very closely. Uh, Nitin, where the pitches like people are going on and on social media that it was a ball was darting around and this and that. Was it too much of that, or it was a equal offering for both batters and bowlers?
It was a 60-40 wicket in favor of batters, but it was these are not the kind of pitches that the Indian batters play T20 cricket on, especially over the last 2 months.
Ahmedabad, South Africa pitch, World Cup.
It was that kind of a
First
pitch.
time,
Thoda
that
ball
kind of.
phas raha tha, and it was spongy tennis ball kind of, uh, the bounce. And I think if you look at the way they bowled, Chandresh, they bowled so beautifully. They just did not give anything in Indian batters half. एक भी ball drive करने को नहीं दिया. Not one delivery that they could hit straight. And I think once that happens, I think the Indian batters are in trouble. And I think a lot of teams are now going to employ that strategy.
Kritesh says super chat, Nitin, India England will win T20 series and Sanju flop hoga.
Different pitches, no, smaller grounds maybe. Different pitches
Uh,
also. Chesterley Street, I think, is an absolute road in Durham. Plus the other venues also. I think Lords is the only bad wicket amongst all the venues that they are playing on. So even in the 100, I think they have really struggled to put on a decent surface over there. So let's see. I mean, London Spirit has got an interesting time playing their cricket on those kind of pitches.
प्रियांशु सेस कैसे हो प्रत्युष भाई? ओडिया वर्ल्ड कप पे ये अक्सर सुंदर हर्षित फिनिश करेंगे तो इंडिया फिनिश हो जाएगा.
So ODI is I think Washington Sundar ODI is more suited, even for that matter, Akshar also. But at number 6, number 7, that you need to up the ante वहाँ पे tempo थोड़ा बढ़ाना होगा. But I think ODI का इंडिया का जो template है वो it will be heavily dependent on top 4, top 5, and KL Rahul will be given the role to go and
Virat
finish
will
the
be
job.
there, no? Virat will be there.
Hopefully, yes.
Yeah,
Virat
yeah.
will be there. So I think it will be top 4 heavy. यार, वही होगा.
So tell me something, Pratyush. Do you think this series loss has sort of weakened Gautam's position with regards to forcing changes in the one-day setup? Sorry.
No, I don't think. I mean, has delivered World Cup, so these things will go under the wrap. But here he can't say that it's a team in transition. T20 test में he feels that 8 or 10 tests is 6 or 8 tests are not long enough for certain players, but you can drop a player after playing 1 or 2 tests. So मतलब मतलब उनकी अपनी ही एक रामधुनी बजती है. So I don't know, but T20 I think India will, as Nitin sir earlier mentioned that we need a player like Subman Gill who can play in the V. You'll need an X factor. You need someone at 3. 130, 35, 140 वाले strike rate वाले batter will suddenly come in like कि बहुत ज़्यादा वो fashion में वापस आ जाएंगे.
अच्छा, cricket updates कह रहे हैं प्रत्युष. Harman said she is targeting 28 LA 28. Why just LA 28? You have Commonwealth in 2030. Also win Commonwealth Gold in Ahmedabad, then retire.
That's what Surya said that he's eyeing 2028. So I think there will be change of that, hopefully. But बहुत सारे changes करने पड़ेंगे fielding level पे, fitness level पे, and I mean you have to play T20 cricket जहाँ पे you have to give the likes of Bharti Fulmali a complete 2 years. आप suddenly किसी को pick and choose नहीं कर सकते. And then you drop her before the tournament. You'll have to pick players who can do well. And I don't know whether Smriti will be the captain or I think looking ahead, they should make Jamie the captain. Give her
In
the
T20.
captaincy band. Yeah, give her the captaincy band.
But
Because
if she can't accelerate in T20, you retire her out. Do you want to make her the captain?
it was a one-off game. I think that was a pure call. They could have retired her in
You are saying
15,
more from a
16 to.
content perspective, not from a.
No, not. I think she's a kind of player she will improve even in a T20 game. मुझे लगता है there's so much timing running between the wicket. I mean, उस हिसाब से and Smriti and I don't know. I mean, Smriti replacing Harman, it will be same more or
Okay.
less. You have to be fresh approach.
Priyanshu says Richa ko banao T20 captain. I don't think that will happen. Nishant Agrawal as the final comment. Nitin, I want to know, this is the final question for the day. Makes an important point. The coach, तो ठीक है, but Harman was at the center. Couldn't she have made the call about Richa coming in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why wait till the last over for Jimmy to
Why
be
wait
retired out?
till the last over? Why wait? Why? I mean, and why have sometimes Chandresh, I feel the coaches and the leadership group, they overcomplicate things by pre-deciding a batter's entry point. That इतने बॉल बचे रहेंगे तो ठीक है, तभी ये प्लेयर आएगा या आएगी. Why limit yourself? She could have come in even when there were 50 balls or 40 balls remaining and could have changed the game. But I think yesterday you fell short by around 20-25 runs, and I mean, this is a gun Australian team, yeah. I mean, just imagine that they did not feel the absence of Alyssa Healy at all. They did not feel the absence of Alyssa Healy at all, Chandresh. I mean, that's how.
Elena King also.
Yeah, I mean, that's how transitions happen. That's how
No, but knowing Indian cricket, that ODI World Cup win will carry through for the next 4 5 years,
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean
the
that's
just
the
like the
unfortunate bit. I
APL
mean,
whitewash, if you remember, after 2011 helped the
absolutely,
uh,
absolutely. I
Dhoni
mean,
Test captaincy
this
continue for 3 more years.
I mean, I'm glad that at least Amol said that, yeah, there needs to be several changes that need to happen the way we are playing T20 cricket. I mean, although I think he disturbingly said that give this attack 18 more months. No, no, I don't think this attack
No.
has 18 months time. I think they need fresher legs and fresher ideas.
No, you can't afford to say he will be ready for the next
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
T20 World Cup. Sorry.
no, yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine. That's it for today. We'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. That's it. Nitin, Pratyush, thanks a lot. Everyone
Thank
in
you.
the back end, thanks a lot. Like, share, subscribe, and hype. Ka button dabai. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye and God bless.